I was told my explanation on standard position was confusing, so let me try to explain it better. An angle in standard position always has one ray along the positive x-axis. The other ray is determined based on the angle. In this particular case, because we have negative 685, that's more than a full negative rotation. So I'm going to draw a negative rotation, which would be negative 360. I'm going to get rid of that negative 360 by adding 360. And we'll find out that this leaves us with negative 325. I'm choosing to add 360 so that we can get closer to 0. The point is to get closer to 0. So far we've done negative 360, and now we're going to do another negative 325. So that's going to end up somewhere over here, and this is going to be our angle in standard position. It's going around one whole rotation, and then continuing around almost to negative 720, which would be 2 negative rotations, but past negative 270, which would be here. Let's do this again. So this is more than 360, so we should get it closer to 360. So that'd be 110. This is the same thing as going a positive full rotation and then going another 110 degrees. So there is our terminal side, and our initial side is always going to be along the positive x-axis. 415 degrees. I'm going to subtract 360 to get it closer to 0. And this would be what? 55 degrees? Yeah, 55 degrees. So because our original angle was positive, we're going to go around a whole rotation and then another 55. And it'll look like that with our initial side that's supposed to be on the positive x-axis. 600 subtracting 360 gives 240. So that's a whole rotation, and then another 240 degrees, which is more than 180 but less than 270. So there's 180. 270 would be all the way to the negative y-axis. And here is our angle in standard position. If we had something like, let's say 1,200 degrees, we'd subtract 360 more than once. We'd subtract 360 as many times as we need to get down to something less than 360. So this would be, what, 840? Subtract again. And that would be 480. Subtract again. Now we have something less than 360. So we can say we're going to go around once, so that's twice, a third time, all the way around. And now at the end of the third time, we're going to go another 120 degrees. And then that's not a very good representation of 120 degrees, but this is how we would draw 1,200. A lot of people say you don't have to actually draw these out, but essentially what we're saying is that 1,200, 840, 480, and 120 are all coterminal angles. They have the same initial side and terminal side. And the difference is how many rotations you do before you stop.